In the still of the night, when the moon is the only source of light, there exist places that send shivers down the bravest of spines. We're about to embark on a journey, exploring 7 of the most spine-chilling haunted places around the globe, each holding its unique tales, steeped in mystery and suspense, from the eerie silence of abandoned structures to the whispers of the restless souls that haunt them. This is not for the faint-hearted. Are you ready to embark upon this chilling journey through the realms of the unknown? We begin our countdown with the historic Tower of London. Nestled on the north bank of the River Thames, this age-old fortress brims with a history as rich as it is chilling. Established by William the Conqueror in the late 11th century, the tower has witnessed countless moments of bloodshed. Over the centuries, it served as a royal palace, a treasury, and most ominously, a prison where executions were commonplace. More than 100 people met their untimely end within these walls, including the ill-fated Anne Boleyn, second wife of King Henry VIII. Her spectral presence is said to linger, a headless figure roaming the corridors and the chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula, where her remains were laid to rest. Other ghostly sightings include the princes in the tower and the White Lady, adding to the eerie aura of the place. This historic fortress holds more than just the secrets of the past, it holds the spirits too. From England, we cross the Atlantic to the Eastern State Penitentiary in the United States. Nestled in the heart of Philadelphia, this prison was once the epitome of harsh and brutal conditions. Prisoners were left to languish in solitary confinement, each confined to their own private cell with little human interaction. The isolation was so severe that when an inmate left their cell, a hood was placed over their head to prevent them from being recognized by others. The chilling echoes of this past can still be felt today. Visitors and staff alike have reported eerie happenings within these hallowed halls. Phantom footsteps echo in empty corridors, shadowy figures flit through cells, and chilling winds whip through closed spaces. The most unsettling reports, however, are of the disembodied laughter and whispers that fill the air, as if the prisoners of yesteryear are still serving their sentence in the afterlife. It seems some of its previous inhabitants never really left. Now, we journey to the mystic lands of India, to the Bhanga Fort. Nestled in the Aravalli hills of Rajasthan, this fort has a hauntingly beautiful facade that hides a dark past. Legend has it that a sorcerer, smitten with the local princess, tried to bewitch her with a love potion. When she discovered his plan, she turned the potion against him, resulting in his death, but not before he cursed the fort, dooming it to destruction. To this day, the Archaeological Survey of India strictly prohibits entry after sunset, reinforcing the chilling aura of the fort. The locals tell tales of ghostly apparitions and strange noises that permeate the silence of the night. Some speak of a woman's laughter echoing through the empty halls, others of spectral shadows moving in the darkness. This place is not for the faint-hearted. The fort's grim history and the lingering curse create an atmosphere of dread and unease. Nightfall brings an eerie silence here, broken only by the whispers of the past. Our next stop is an island in Italy that many fear to tread, Poveglia. This small, secluded island nestled in the Venetian lagoon carries a dark past that would make even the bravest souls shudder. The island first served as a quarantine zone during the bubonic plague, where the afflicted were shipped off, left to suffer their final days in isolation. As centuries rolled on, Poveglia's grim purpose evolved. The island became a mental asylum in the late 19th century, where it's whispered that a doctor performed inhumane experiments on the patients. The doctor, eventually driven mad by the ghosts of his deeds, ended his life by leaping from the asylum's bell tower. Today, the island lies abandoned, yet it's far from silent. The spectral echoes of its gruesome past linger, manifesting in chilling whispers and shadowy figures that dare to roam the desolate island. In this place, the line between life and death seems to blur. Our journey takes a darker turn as we arrive at the Aokigahara forest in Japan. Nestling at the foot of Mount Fuji, this sprawling woodland holds a chilling reputation that sends shivers down the spine. Known widely as the Sea of Trees, this dense forest is unfortunately recognized as a popular place for those seeking an end to their earthly troubles. The forest is shrouded in countless tales of the supernatural, with locals and visitors alike telling of apparitions that roam amongst the trees. Some speak of spirits of the departed, trapped within the forest boundaries, their tormented cries carried on the wind. Adding to the haunting atmosphere is the eerie quietness. The density of the trees muffles sound, creating a silence so profound it's as if the forest itself is holding its breath. The only sound that breaks this somber quiet is the rustle of leaves, the whisper of the wind, and your own heartbeat echoing in your ears. In the silence of this forest, one can almost hear the echoes of the lost souls. We now delve beneath the City of Lights, Paris, into the chilling catacombs. A city known for its romance and beauty, Paris holds a dark secret beneath its cobbled streets. The catacombs, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, stretch for over 200 miles beneath the city. A stark contrast to the vibrant life above, these catacombs house the skeletal remains of more than 6 million people. Its story begins in the late 18th century, during a time when Paris was grappling with the overflow of its cemeteries. The solution? To use the city's ancient limestone quarries as a mass burial site. Thus the catacombs were born. The process of transferring the bones was done with utmost respect, often taking place at night, lit by torchlight in a procession led by a priest. But as you journey deeper, the walls here aren't made of brick or stone, but of femurs and skulls. These bones aren't just haphazardly placed. They're arranged in intricate patterns, creating a macabre mosaic of mortality. Some say that the arrangement of these bones was a reminder of the fleeting nature of life, a memento mori to all who dared to venture into the depths. And venture people did. The catacombs began to attract visitors from the early 19th century, drawn by a morbid fascination. Today, only a small portion of the catacombs is open to the public, but that doesn't stop the adventurous and the curious from seeking out the forbidden passages. Reports of strange occurrences within the catacombs are not uncommon. Visitors have spoken of an eerie feeling of being watched, of whispers echoing off the walls, of the cold touch of unseen hands. Some have even reported getting lost, with the winding tunnels seemingly shifting around them. The catacombs of Paris, a place where the line between the living and the dead blurs, where history stares back at you from the hollow eyes of skulls. The chilling silence is a stark reminder of the city's past, a stark contrast to the bustling life above. Beneath the city's beauty lurks a world of darkness and despair. At the peak of our countdown, we reach a place that feels straight out of a horror movie, the Island of the Dolls in Mexico. Located in the canals south of Mexico City, this eerie island is a chilling tribute to a tragic tale. The island's only inhabitant, Don Julian Santana Barrera, was a hermit who lived alone for more than 50 years. The story goes that Don Julian found a young girl drowned in mysterious circumstances. Haunted by her death, he began to collect dolls to appease her spirit. In a strange act of mourning, he would hang these dolls from the trees. But not just a handful, hundreds of them. Dolls of every shape, size and design dangled from the branches, their lifeless eyes staring into the void. Many were in various stages of decay, adding an extra layer of macabre to the already unsettling atmosphere. Don Julian's obsession became his life's work. He would scavenge from rubbish piles and trade for dolls. He didn't clean them or repair them. Instead, he hung them up as he found them, often mangled and dirty. Their once vibrant colors faded and their smiles replaced with vacant stares. But here's where the tale takes a turn for the truly terrifying. Visitors to the island, and even Don Julian himself, reported that the dolls were not merely lifeless toys. They claimed that the dolls would move, whisper, and even open their eyes. Some visitors reported feeling watched, while others heard giggling and footsteps in the dead of night. Don Julian spent his life in the company of these dolls until he met a grim end. His body was discovered, drowned in the same spot where he had found the little girl all those years ago. Many believe that the dolls, now possessed by the girl's spirit, had claimed Don Julian's life as a final act of revenge. Today, the Island of the Dolls is a popular tourist attraction, drawing those curious and brave enough to step foot on its creepy shores. The dolls remain, their lifeless eyes and decayed bodies a stark reminder of the island's dark past. Despite the sunlight filtering through the trees, a sense of unease hangs heavy in the air, as if the dolls are still watching, waiting, whispering. In this place, childhood innocence takes on a terrifying form. But remember, fear is a choice. Do you choose to be afraid?